Norm and I go way back. 1985, the fall of 1985. I was a apprentice lineman and he was a journeyman lineman, and he was working at Calhoun County REC. Norm was the first person I ever changed out a hot pole with.
Well, I don't remember for sure. It was a lot of years ago. You know, Norm is pretty old, but I'm pretty sure it would have been at Professional Developers of Iowa conference. I remember Norm from PDI years ago, before I got in with the co-ops.
Norm and I met probably 26 years ago when I was hired by Midland, and he was already the member service guy at Midland. So we got to know each other, and on a professional basis, it was a lot of fun. But we did a lot of personal things together. We went on vacations together. I got to know Norm a little deeper in the background than most folks do. So we've had a great relationship.
As Norm Fandel and my path crossed, and we quickly became friends. Now, I thought about doing this bit of an interview or a bit of talking about it, and somebody said, "Well, oh my God, you're not going to tell the truth, are you?" And I said, for people like Norm Fandel, it's very easy to tell the truth.
Well, our boys were the same age, and so that's when all the football was played in the backyards, and the baseball games and the basketball games, and so we had a few fights to pick apart probably once in a while, but Norm was a great neighbor, and I can't remember how many years he stayed before they moved on to a different spot, but he was always great.
I think the thing that people like most about Norm is that he's genuine. What you see is what you get. There's no punches pulled, there's no back games, there's none of that stuff. It's just, if you disagree, you disagree, and he'll let you know, and he'll state his side. If you state yours, and you can talk it out and either come to an agreement or agree to disagree. It's that type of thing, and he's hardworking. He's willing to share his knowledge. He's energetic. He's smart. I hate to say that, but he is. And he's committed. He's committed to what he does for the co-op and for the members, and he always keeps the members in mind. So all of those things just sort of lead to, hey, that guy is genuine. He cares about what he does. He cares about the people he serves.
Whenever he asks you something, you know that he genuinely wants to know what your answer is. He cares. He's got a warm heart. He can dish it to you just as easy as he can take it, and he's always got a laugh somewhere or a story to tell you. But no, he's very genuine. That's how I was drawn to him right up front. I was new in town. He had been there for a while. Just talking to him, you could tell he cared who you were, where you were going, and what your thoughts were.
When you talk with Norm and are in conversations with him, it seems like you have his undivided attention. He's not looking around trying to see who's in the room. He's talking to you, and he seems genuinely interested in what you have to say.
He's kind of like the Norm on the end of the bar, but he's just an honest person, and he's been easy to talk to.
Everybody knows Norm, so it's all kidding aside. It's Norm. That's when I see him, that's how I do it. Norm!
We used to get together with a bunch of guys, and we played cards on Wednesday night. And it wasn't about winning or losing. It was about getting together with the guys, telling stories, giving each other bad times.
Some of my favorite memories of Norm would be out at the golf course, I think, and the rounds that happen after the league is over, and some of the stories that get told after those in the bar and those kind of things. So always fun.
He started elk hunting with us about 5 years ago. First year, I don't think we saw an elk, but he was like, "Hey, I'd go again if you take me back." And our group, we've got a core group that have done this for about 30 years now, and there's about 6 of us that have pretty much not missed a year in there. And Norm was one of the new guys in, but Norm fit in right away, so that was good, and he's always welcome back. And then the second year he went, we got into a big herd of elk, and he was able to shoot his first elk, and that was pretty exciting.
We're like family. I know his kids, he knows my kids, and so we go back.
It's been a great opportunity to work with Norm as one of the top economic development rural electric cooperative people in the state.
The economic development piece of it and how what he does on the economic development side impacts the rest of the business, and how growing the load at Midland and previously at Calhoun, growing that load really helps stabilize rates.
Well, I'd say two things. One, know that Norm works for a co-op, and so Norm was all about a cooperative, but the whole idea of cooperatives, one of the main principles is helping their community, and boy, Norm was all over helping his community. You know, his work for the casino and there in Jefferson, the other communities that he's been in his career. Also, then just look at the pure job creation, economic development projects and load growth that he provided for the Midland member owners has been fantastic.
Nobody knows the ethanol business better than Norman. I mean, you would think he works at an ethanol plant just because of his knowledge, but that's another part of economic development. He could see back in the early 2000s that, hey, this is gonna boom, this ethanol industry, and he jumped in feet first and learned everything he could about the ethanol industry, and that's why he's good at what he does.
His insight from his work with Midland, knowing people, having connections, knowing the conduits to get a certain job done that other people just don't have. And so I think it's his overall knowledge and overall connectivity with the rest of the economic development world that has brought a difference.
Well, if you stack up all the projects, all the successful community projects that Norm has been involved in, the manufacturing organizations that have come here and have flourished because of the development help, all of the grants that Grow Green County Gaming Corporation gives, we give out about $1.5 million worth of grants every year. When you take a look at all that, and then the work that Midland Power has done for our county, I don't think there's anybody outside of the immediate development group that would have any idea how valuable Norm has been.
Norm, I wish you the best, and please hit the door running. Don't look back. There's lots of opportunity, and there's lots of things to do out there.
I wish him nothing but the best, I really do. I hope wherever he goes, and whether he's at Okoboji or he finds a place somewhere down south and plays golf in the winter, you're always going to know that if you're in a town and you don't know if Norm was there and you happen to be in the same bar, somebody's going to yell out Norm, and you know it's going to be the Norm that you know.
Norm, you've been a great friend and great counsel to me in a couple of different careers, and I wish you all the best in your retirement.
Norm, we're going to miss you, and we hope you miss us. We hope that you come back and stay a part of our development work as long as you want to. There'll always be a chair at the table here for you.
I would say just enjoy the journey, and we say that a lot here at Home State Bank, and I think that would be my message to Norm.